your vote has to count, and having some form of representation based on some form of proportional representation is necessary, especially in a five-party system.
In the wake of Quebec's election, electoral reform is on the minds of many, including leaders of parties like Québec Solidaires' Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois, who said the results reflect a broken system. The CAQ with a resounding majority government victory with just under 41% of the vote, while parties, including QS, received more total votes than the Quebec Liberal Party, who won more seats and formed the official opposition.
Four parties who had more or less 15% of the popular vote. And one party picked up just a little over 40% of the popular vote. Yet in the seat distribution, the 40% party got 90 out of 125 seats, whereas the other four parties had anywhere from 0 to 21 seats for the same proportional vote pickup.
With fewer votes than Québec Solidaire, the Liberal Party has nearly double the seats in comparison, 21 to QS's 11. The PQ with 14.6% of the vote, but just 3 seats. And the Conservative Party of Quebec didn't capture any seats, but had almost 13% of the 4.1 million plus votes cast.
If you voted, that is another way of saying, you've had your say. Now, it's hard to uphold that argument when 500,000 Quebecers voted for a party that has 0 seats in the National Assembly, whereas another 500,000 people voted for a party that has 21 seats in the National Assembly.
Our electoral system often leads to distortions, exaggerating the vote of the seats for the party that came in first and underrepresenting everybody else. This is what happened here.
The group Mouvement Démocratie Nouvelle has a campaign called It's Just Not Just, explaining how a majority government can form without the majority of the total vote. They've launched a petition demanding electoral reform.
The alternative that is used in most democratic countries is a simple proportional system where in your region you have a list from each party. You vote for the party, and then the seats are allocated according to the support for each party.
Under this kind of system, François Legault would have still won a majority, but with fewer seats and more representation for other parties. Once in favor of electoral reform, Legault scrapped the idea when he came into power in 2018. And less than 24 hours after his party's latest landslide victory, he said he wouldn't reopen the debate.
I don't expect him to change the system tomorrow. But I think, at the very least, he should create a commission to study the question.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.